All right, y'all, Rickey Smiley Morning Show. Hey, you bought the sunshine by the Clark Sisters. Pastor Haynes, good morning.
Good morning, Rickey Smiley. You went old school on me, man.
Yes, sir, man. You know, I think this is probably the very first contemporary gospel song.
I agree with you. I agree.
Yes, sir. I know you got a good word this morning. You bought the sunshine.
I know that's right, man. This song is hot. I love this song, Rickey, and this song goes out to anyone who's in a dark place. And I think all of us know what it means to be in a dark place because life has knocked you down and got you down, and your spirit is down, trying to get up, but you just can't because you're in a dark place. You're in a dark place of discouragement where life has taken so much from you that you feel it's hard to keep going because you are discouraged. When you are in a dark place, you're not just discouraged, but some people are even depressed. And when you're depressed, you recognize that it's hard to see the bright side in life because you're in such a dark place. But yet this song says that when you're in a dark place, God will bring the sunshine. When God brings the sunshine, I love it because the Clark sisters said God will give you peace. I love that because whenever you experience peace, peace does not take you out of a situation that's bad, but peace, watch this, will give you what you need on the inside to deal with whatever stress and struggle you are dealing with on the outside. God does not have to take you out of a situation, but God will give you what you need in the midst of that situation. God will give you peace, but not just peace. I love it because the Clark sisters go on and sing, and they say there is nothing too hard for God. Why? Because God will give you power. So God will give you peace. Yes, that peace of mind that allows you to have the internal fortitude to overcome external frustration, but that God has the power. What kind of power does God have? They sing it. They say there's nothing too hard for my God. That means whatever situation you find yourself in that has you in a dark place, here's the good news. Ain't nothing too hard for God. If it's too much for you, it's tailor-made for God. If it's something that you can't handle, then you put it in the hands of the God who can handle anything because God has the power. And since God has the power, God has the power to deliver you from that dark place. God has the power to keep you together when your life is falling apart. God has the power to give you strength in the midst of your stress. God has the power to keep you going when life tries to stop you and block you and knock you down. God has the power because there's nothing too hard for God. And God, here it is, when you are going through hard times, God will come through with just what you need to get through what you're going through because God brings the sunshine. And I'm not just talking about the S-U-N. I'm talking about the S-O-N-S-H-I-N-E. The Son of God is the light of the world, and the light of the world shows up in your dark place because God brought the sunshine.
Man, there it is, y'all, ladies and gentlemen, the senior pastor of Friendship West Missionary Baptist Church in Dallas, Texas, Pastor Frederick Douglass Haynes. Pastor Haynes, let everybody know how you can be reached.
Thank you, Rickey Smiley. You can follow me on social media. I'm on Twitter and Instagram at FH Unscripted. I'm on Facebook, Frederick D. Haynes, and my YouTube channel is Frederick Haynes.
There it is, Pastor Haynes. Hey, appreciate you, man. Love you, Pastor Haynes.
Appreciate you, Rickey. Love you. Have a good one.
News headlines,
entertainment,
sports.
it's the front page on the Rickey Smiley Morning Show.
All right, y'all, Rickey Smiley Morning Show, 12 after the hour. Y'all, the segment's being brought to you by Indeed. That's right, with Indeed Instant Match. Just sponsor a post and immediately receive a short list of quality candidates whose resumes on Indeed match your job description. Visit Indeed.com/credit. All right, sitting in for Eva, Maria Moore. Got your front page. What up, Maria?
Good morning, Ricky. Here's a look at what's happening in news. New York Governor Andrew Cuomo released a video statement defending himself after results of a probe found that he sexually harassed 11 women. Cuomo was accused of inappropriate touching, unwanted advances, and making suggestive comments. Just days after the eviction moratorium instituted last year because of the pandemic expired, the CDC issued a new moratorium yesterday that will last until October 3rd. The new order blocks evictions in counties with substantial and high levels of COVID-19 transmission, covering areas where 90% of the U.S. population lives. A police officer was killed outside the Pentagon yesterday by a 27-year-old man from Georgia who stabbed him in the neck. Investigators were still trying to determine a motive. Lastly, Shontel Brown defeated Nina Turner in Ohio's 11th congressional district race. Brown will be the favorite to win the November 2nd special election to replace former Rep. Marcia Fudge, who resigned to become President Joe Biden's Secretary of Housing and Urban Development. I'm Maria Moore sitting in for Eva, and that's a look at news. Rock T, what's happening in sports?
Already, Maria, let's get y'all brought up to speed. In Tokyo, the Olympics going down still, man. The total medal count, USA is still in the lead with 76 total medals. China has 69 and Russia has 52. Big up to USA. Sydney McLaughlin breaks her own world record to win the gold in the 400-meter hurdles. Delilah Muhammad also breaks the world record, but she finished second, and she takes home the silver, man. So USA went back-to-back in that one. USA women's basketball squad, they beat Australia to advance to the semifinal round. And if you guys hadn't noticed yet, the NBA star Carmelo Anthony is leaving Portland to join his buddy LeBron and the Los Angeles Lakers, man. Now, this is the older version.
To me.
It's the older version of Melo, but he gonna be able to play his role. So they got Russell Westbrook over there now. Dwight Howard is back in L.A. with the Lakers. And, of course, LeBron James and Anthony Davis. And then you add Carmelo Anthony. So we gonna see what happens, man. You know, got all
nothing. Nothing.
If anybody can put this thing together, LeBron can put it together.
If anybody can put a good squad together and still lose the finals, is the L.A. Lakers.
We gonna find out, big
Remember
dog.
they had all that talent that one time and didn't do nothing.
You talking about when he went to Miami the first time?
It was way before LeBron when they had Peyton.
You talking about they had Gary Payton.
Everybody.
They brought your boy from Utah.
Man, they had Jesus, they had Moses, Noah, the Ark, the animals. They had everybody.
Everybody lost.
Soldier, they had Rocky Balboa. Especially who else they had on team.
They had Iron Man. They had Black Panther.
They had the
Joker.
Incredible Hulk.
They had Kevin Hart on the team. Steve Harvey. Everybody was on them.
All of them, boy.
And still lost. God.
There it is, man. Gary, what you got there, baby?
All right, y'all, honey. Actress Amanda Seales is back. We haven't heard from Amanda since she left the Real. Well, now she's back, baby, honey. And she found herself, y'all, in the topic of public fodder after questioning y'all the casting decision, y'all, for the upcoming film King Richard. She said, quote, "I said what I want to see." And they say, "Oh, you did, girl?" Well, honey, a lot of people are very upset with this girl. Now, they're saying that, Will Smith, he's going to be playing the father of Venus and Serena Williams in the biopic, honey, King Richard, which is supposed to debut, y'all. It's released July the 28th, the trailer. But nevertheless, the insecure cast member commented, honey, beneath a social post, "Will Smith is playing Richard Williams?" And she put a lot of question marks. And also, she said, "Why is this film about Richard Williams?" Well, now people saying, not surprising that Seals' comment was met with harsh backlash and even criticism, y'all, from those who claim, y'all, that the actress is incapable of not making an issue about anything and everything. And they said, "Girl, look, you're always looking for something to complain about. I thought it was a dope film." And somebody said, "What's wrong with him playing Mr. Williams? From the look of the trailer, he did an amazing job. Sometimes she does too much." And people are very angry, but then some people agree with it. They say, "You know what, girl, you got a point." When Zoe Saldana, honey, played Nina Simone, they say it was a huge controversy. Why not find a talented actor closer in the skin tone, y'all, of the actual person? But maybe it's, people say, well, maybe we just being colorist. And that is something, y'all, because, Will Smith is a little lighter skinned than Richard Williams and stuff. But Venus, Serena, and their other sister, I should say, look, honey, we are the executive producers. We put the money up for it. We like it, and we going with it. So
So they couldn't get Don Cheadle.
Ricky, they couldn't get Don Cheadle. I guess he wasn't available. And who else they couldn't get? They couldn't get a lot of people. But what y'all think about
Morgan Freeman, of course. You're always supposed to get Morgan
Freeman. Hell,
Freeman.
he looked like Morgan, too. Exactly.
Yeah, you can't get Morgan Freeman or whatever. You just you start with Morgan Freeman.
You go to the go-to man, Samuel L. Jackson, something.
Yeah, well.
He did do a lot of cussing out there.
Yeah, he did. But they say Will look more like they daddy. So, congratulations to them. And we're going to see Will
don't.
doing it.
No, he don't. No, he don't.
Richard. Ricky, after they put makeup on him and stuff like that, it kind of.
No.
Well, we can't
Morgan
wait to see
Freeman
it.
would have been good.
He would have been.
Yeah.
All right, y'all. The Kahlua today, honey, is one of my favorite Kahluas. My Kahlua today, y'all, is Bang Bang Shrimp. On the high end, you say Bang Bang Shrimp, and on the low end, you say beautiful brownish orange.
Made up a Kahlua. You done went to the damn cheesecake factory last night and said, this is going to be my Kahlua for tomorrow. That ain't even a real color.
Ricky, that's a color. That is a color, Ricky.
Serious?
That's a brownish orange, yes.
That's a dish you eat, though, boy.
Oh, wow.
You can eat it, but it's a brownish orange, and it's a beautiful color. It's a color for fall. Mm-hmm.
All right, then. Y'all give it up again with the T.
One time.
All right, so more Rickey Smiley Morning Show coming up.
The hot spot.
Drop it like it's hot. Drop it like it's hot.
So hot and that's hot.
You can catch me at the hot spot.
It's the BR18.
All right, y'all, Rickey Smiley Morning Show is the bottom of the hour. That's right. Book your baller or big baller package on the Tom Joyner Foundation Fantastic Voyage while they last. You get exclusive access to Ballers' only day party, special event access, VIP seating, and so much more. Call 214-495-1963 for details or go to blackamericaweb.com. All right, Brett, what up?
What up, Ricky? Good morning, everybody. I'm your girl, Brad Tat Tat, and this is the Hot Spot, where we bring you music, movies, and more. So let's get off into it. Jada Kidd, Styles P, and Chic Luch of the Locks, man, and Jim Jones, Cameron, Joel Santana, and Freaky Zeke of Dipset faced off last night. They did a versus battle at Madison Square Garden's Hulu Theater in New York City. The Locks performed their hits, Ride or Die, I Get High, 24 Hours to Live, and more, and the remix to Mariah Carey's Honey, and they also did a great tribute to the late great icon DMX. While Dipset treated fans to Killer Cam, We Fly High, Oh Boy, Hey Ma, Certified Gangsters, and I Really Mean It. It was kind of like jamming last night. But Jadakiss was the standout, and the fans went to social media to crown him the Versus Performer MVP. So Jadakiss did his thing last night. Every time I went back to Instagram, people was posting Jadakiss. He killed it. He did his thing. All right, y'all, moving on to Baby. Oh, man, he will no longer be performing at the Vegas Music Festival, Atlanta's Music Midtown, or Austin City Limits Festival following his homophobic rant at Rolling Loud last week.
Let me ask a question. Did he apologize for his statements?
I don't know.
I believe he did.
Yeah, he did.
Twice.
Two apologies.
2 times.
Okay, so he can just go do his own shows. He still got fans. If he apologized or whatever, everybody taking him off this stuff, off these different shows, can he headline his own shows and get a couple of openers and still sell tickets?
Well, the promoters would have to book him, and if right now they scared because they ain't gonna sell no tickets because this might happen. I'm sure he could still sell.
He can book his own shows. He can do some 5,000 seat theaters and still make money, can't
he? Might not be that brilliant.
Yeah, you don't make that much money though. These festivals are huge.
His publicist did the apologies too. They said it wasn't from him. So.
Okay, so he need what y'all think he needs to do another apology? Because I really hate what he said or whatever, but he's like one of my favorite rappers. Like I'm 50 and I listen to the Baby. Like I love his music.
Yeah, his style and his music is super dope. Well, the reps reached out to the promoters of 7 of the fall festivals that booked him and informed them that he would deliver a videotaped apology to the LGBTQ community. The short video was to be played before he took stage at the Lollapalooza concert in Chicago on Sunday. But y'all, the video never arrived. But the Baby did release an official apology on social media Monday. But by that point, it was like too late, and the promoter started to pull him from shows. Reports are saying he's already lost upward of like $2 million in shows in just a week, because he make a lot of money, so it's different with him creating his own shows. You gotta plan it, you gotta book it, you gotta promote it, so all these shows have been promoted and everything, and he's on them, and it's so many artists on these shows, like huge artists, so he's getting a nice chunk of change for these.
But you know what, though, Ricky, you gotta remember, honey, they like, we could just make you the example. You said that, we're gonna show you, honey, how we get your pocket. And that's what they do.
Wow.
So,
wow. Well, we'll see if he bounce back.
Oh, yeah. Well, last but not least, y'all, let me give y'all this real quick story. T.I. was arrested in Amsterdam after a run-in with a police officer yesterday. He took to Instagram while he was in a holding cell to explain what happened, saying he was riding a bike when a cop pulled up and alongside him to tell him to stop using his phone. Well, he slowed down as the officer proceeded to cut him off in his vehicle. So in the process, the handlebar from T.I.'s bike broke off and hit the cop's side mirror. T.I. said he was taken into custody, but he wasn't placed in the handcuffs. Instead, the officer invited him inside to get in the police van. He explained, "So I'm locked up now. I'm obviously not supposed to have my phone as I'm biking, and because the policeman ran into me and broke his side mirror, and because I didn't have my passport on me, I don't know. I'll be fine. I feel like I'm experiencing culture," is what he said. So he's out now. Everything is good. They wasn't mean or rude to him. They took him to jail because he was riding his bike and using his phone. So,
okay, because we was about to book us a damn plane ticket and go over there and protest.
Okay. All right, y'all, that's going to wrap up the hot spot. Coming up next, we got Rock T's HBCU Know. Why don't you hit us up for them wake-up calls at 8669-RICKY. That's 8669-RICKEY. Rock T, who we representing today?
We got another one of our HBCU Know heroes from Grambling State University, man. That's right. We finna go to Grambling. Get ready, man. It's the Rickey Smiley Morning Show.
Dr. Collier, good morning.
Good morning, Rickey Smiley, and it is time for your coronavirus update. And let me tell you, Ricky, yesterday I had the honor and the privilege of participating in a meeting in Atlanta that was face-to-face with the White House Corona Vaccine Task Force. And let me tell you, it was a phenomenal meeting, and the objective is what do we need to do and what can we do to increase the number of people getting vaccinated, particularly the African-American community. But the number one question that they say they're facing every time they have a meeting with any group is that young women are still being affected by this mythology that getting the vaccine affects pregnancy. And I explained to them the situation that you and I had talking about this with a young woman of childbearing age. And so, of course, the CDC has stated that the vaccine is safe for women of childbearing age and does not affect your ability to get pregnant. But there are even nurses that working in the hospital that are seeing coronavirus patients every day, seeing people dying from coronavirus that won't take the vaccine because they are afraid it's going to affect their fertility and they want to be able to have children. So let's once again address this mythology. There was a reason that question was asked, but the question was answered. And the answer being that the coronavirus vaccine does not negatively impact your ability to get pregnant, conceive, or carry a baby to term. There's no increase in infertility. There's no increase in spontaneous abortions or miscarriages. None of those things. Women are getting pregnant at higher rates or at the same rates that have been vaccinated and have not been vaccinated. So the American College of Gynecology, or ACOG, ACOG, finally issued a really strong recommendation yesterday. And ACOG strongly recommends that all eligible women be vaccinated for the coronavirus. This group includes women who are already pregnant, women who are in any trimester of pregnancy, because a lot of vaccines, they say, don't get into the second or the third trimester. But they're saying if you are pregnant now, you get it in any trimester, and women who are breastfeeding. So that answers all of those questions about them. Why are they issuing that statement? They say because the safety profile has been established and pregnant women are at real high risk for hospitalization and death from being infected with the coronavirus. So ladies, young ladies of childbearing age, do not hesitate to get the coronavirus vaccine. It will not negatively impact your ability to conceive or have children. You will be good, and you will be much better than if you get the infection and have all the consequences and sequelae of this Delta variant. So that's where we are, Ricky.
All right. If you want to talk to Dr. MJ Colley, hit us up at 866-9-RICKY. Do we have any calls? All right, here we go. You on
Hello,
Dr.
Mr.
Carly?
Carter. My name is Nicole, and I would like to know what is the likelihood of the United States shutting down again?
I don't think the United States is going to shut down. Even Dr. Fauci made the statement that we have enough people that have been vaccinated to prevent a shutdown. We don't have enough to prevent this current rise in infection rate. And again, I think that's going to, because there have been a number of people getting vaccines, I think in the next 2 to 3 weeks, we're going to see the rate start to go down because they're averaging over 1 million shots a day now. People are afraid of this Delta variant. It is real. And so people are now rising to the occasion of getting vaccinated. But if you are listening and you have not been vaccinated, go get your vaccine.
So, Dr. Carly, even if they have antibodies and they get a hold of that Delta variant, it'll still mess them up?
Well, they're looking at how natural immunity, which is meaning that you've been infected and you have natural antibodies, will that protect you from the Delta variant? There have been no outlying cases where the Delta variant is attacking those individuals. But again, you boost your immunity by a factor of 300% if you have natural antibodies and you still get the vaccine. So it's still being recommended that you get the vaccine. But I made the point last night, Ricky, that your natural immunity is not being noted as well as it should be, and they need to acknowledge that people that have had the infection do have protection. They did salute and literally stand up and applaud the work that's going on with the Rickey Smiley Morning Show. I told them that we have a segment every morning and that you are a strong advocate. And there were people in the room that heard the segments and said that they really appreciated it. It is a model that should be utilized around the country. And they really just applauded the Rickey Smiley Morning Show and you personally, Rickey, for taking the initiative and having such strong advocacy for getting people vaccinated and just talking about this for over a year. They said this has been going on for over a year. We've been hearing the broadcast. I say, wow, that lets you know sometimes you don't know how you're serving people.
Hold on, y'all. More, you can do the disclaimer on the other end. More Dr. MJ Carly. Up next, Rickey Smiley Morning Show.
Now you know. They know.
And if you don't know, now you know.
HBCU
I did. Let's get it, baby. Rock Teasy for Sheezy up in the house. It's time for another HBCU. We're going to always put a spotlight on our heroes and sheroes that attended or currently attend our historically black colleges and universities. We finna head back down to Grambling, Louisiana, home of Grambling State University, established in 1901, home of the black and gold Tigers. Shout out to the world famed Tiger Marching Band. Oh, let's shout out to one of y'all's former graduates. Oh, Mr. Doug Williams. He don't need no other introduction. NFL and former quarterback for GSU, where he played for legendary head coach Eddie Robinson. He led Grambling State to 3. Count them if you ain't got nothing to do. 1, 2, 3 SWAC championships. Named Black College Player of the Year. Named the Black College Player of the Year twice. He finished 4th in Heisman Trophy voting. He was drafted by the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. He's best known for his Super Bowl MVP performance with the Washington Redskins after passing for 340 yards with 4 touchdowns. The first black quarterback to start and win a Super Bowl. Another proud HBCU alum of Grambling State University, Doug Williams. If you didn't know, now you know. If you want me to highlight your favorite HBCU, hit me up on my social media platforms at Rock T Holla. Let's get it.
HBCU
Hold it. He's half man, half woman. It's Gary. I wanna hip you to the T. It's Gary, baby.
All right, 6 minutes after the hour, Gary has the tea and the clue of the day. What up, Gary?
Good morning, Ricky. Good morning, America. Good morning to you. It's Wednesday, a beautiful, beautiful day in the neighborhood. And here's what's happening in celebrity news, y'all. Ricky, it's a very sad day, y'all, for Robert Sylvester Kelly, also known as R. Kelly, y'all. It's being reported, y'all, that once again he's claiming that he's broke. One of the singer's lawyer, Mr. Devereaux Canning, he told the judge, y'all, that R. Kelly, y'all, needs to be measured for some new clothing because he gained so much weight in jail. Now, they say we need measurements for the appropriate attire for his trial, they said. They said we're trying to get his measurement. How can we take his size? They also asked y'all that the court transcripts be provided at no cost because Mr. Kelly has been unable to work out for 2 years, according to the Associated Press. Now, they're saying his funds are depleted, and the lawyer said, I asked the court, y'all, to give him daily copies of the transcript. Now, Mr. Kelly's trial began
on read them, can you?
I know, it's sad. So they want to do it in some kind of
interpretation. And then if you're going to go get them suits, especially where that place where them preachers be buying these suits from, in the Mighty Clouds of Joy.
Oh, yeah, D&K. D&K. Well, all the players.
Baby, they need to get to D&K quickly, honey.
Two-piece linen outfit.
Oh, they have R. Kelly going to be sitting up in court dressed up like Rance Allen.
In a 16-piece suit.
Okay.
Oh, God. The vest, the shirt, the suit coat, the pants, the ankle bracelets.
All of it.
Yes,
so, Brad, they can't pick up some money for today. So, how did he gain so much weight in jail? I mean, don't you eat a lot of bologna and oxtails or something? That would make you gain weight?
Well, they ain't had no oxtails when I was there.
They didn't?
No, probably
the
eat
a lot of processed food.
Probably the noodles and stuff, but you could work out as well. So I don't know.
Well, let's just pray they get him some.
What did you do when you was locked up?
Well, they had me in an orange jumpsuit that I was able to fit. So
what they feed you that morning, Gary?
Some cereal, held some non-sugar cereal. I think it was some what you call it, the ones in the yellow box. But they gave me 2 extra boxes. Cheerios. Yeah, the guy gave me 2 extra boxes.
They didn't give y'all honey and nut, just regular Cheerios.
Just
no
Cheerios,
sugar.
honey. None honey, no sugar. So it was touching though, but let's keep him lifted in prayer, and hopefully we can get R. Kelly some suits and he could lose some weight quickly. All right, moving on. In other celebrity news, now this is a very sad story, y'all. And when I got this story, it really hurt my spirit, y'all. Now we all know, y'all. Y'all remember the song, right? WAP by Megan Thee Stallion and Cardi B. Y'all familiar with the song? Well, y'all, it's sad. It's been reported, y'all, that a video of a sign language interpreter, y'all, gesturing the lyrics to Cardi B and Megan Thee Stallion's WAP has gone viral. They're saying, y'all, that the hearing impaired was in the audience at the concert at the Lollapalooza on Sunday, and they're saying the interpreter, honey, was doing sign language, and some of the hearing impaired got up and left because they didn't know what was going on. They say she was doing all these hand gestures, honey.
Oh, I saw that. She was getting down.
Yeah, but Ricky,
I mean, man, that lady was doing sign language, was getting down. When they got to certain lyrics that was dirty, she was imitating all of that stuff.
This girl, they said, this girl was doing all these hand and mouth gestures. The girl was like, girl, what's going on? They didn't know they was at a concert with all that madness and stuff. And they should told them, Ricky, what they were going to, and that she had to interpret the song for them. So a lot of people saying the hearing impaired may be filing a lawsuit.
I watched that video about 4 times last night.
Oh man!
So we just got to keep video. But keep them lifted in prayer, y'all, because they're sad because them people didn't know what they was in for. And in my final story, y'all, let's continue to pray, y'all, for Coco Austin. Y'all know she's the beautiful wife of rapper Ice-T. She's defending, y'all, that she's only still breastfeeding her 5-year-old daughter, honey. She said at night her daughter want a snack, so she said she gives her daughter a little snack every now and then. She said, now, yes, honey, her daughter Chanel does eat steak and hamburgers. She said, but she also likes a little snack every now and then. So, honey, people are saying, well, why take that away from her? She said, if she doesn't want it, she said, it's all right. But she said she wants it, and that's their bonding. So, what is the age, Maria, that you stop breastfeeding your child?
You know, I'm kind of I didn't breastfeed my daughter till she was 5, but I breastfed her long enough for her to tell me what it tastes like. Yeah. Yeah, she told me it tasted like salt. Yeah. I mean, you know, it varies from parent to parent. I mean, my daughter, she just wanted to breastfeed. I don't even want to talk about it, Gary.
I know. I tell you,
it wasn't until she was 5, but it was for a minute. It was for a minute.
Well, she need to keep breastfeeding that baby till that baby start to look more like her, because that baby look just like Ice-T.
Ooh, that baby look just. She looked more like Ice-T than Ice-T looked like Ice-T.
Okay.
Oh,
boy, they wearing her out on the internet. I said, that's so wrong talking about that lady, baby. God, leave them jeans strong. Ice-T.
All right, y'all, the color today, honey, is one of my favorite colors. My color today, y'all, is Bang Bang Shrimp. On the high end, you say Bang Bang Shrimp, and on the low end, you say beautiful brownish orange. You know, it's like a bourbon color, y'all. Beautiful color. That's your color for today.
All right, y'all, give it up for Gary with the T.
One time.
I'm gonna wake up call. Get at your boy 866-9 Ricky. Here we go.
Let's wake up, wake up. It's time to get yourself together. Cause he woke you up this morning, slid you in your house shoes.
Hey, good morning. My name is Jamie from Tampa, Florida. I want to wake up my girlfriend, Diamond. Diamond, wake up. Wake up, wake up, wake up. Wake up your wife.
Wake up everybody in Lake Charles, Baton Rouge, and New Orleans, coming from Hot Springs, Arkansas.
Hi, this is Tasha from Alexander City, Alabama. I was to tell my mama to wake up, wake up, wake up, Lisa Mack, and I told my son, Michael Ellis, wake on up. Practice getting ready for school.
Wake up, wake up, wake up. Rick from Goldsboro, wake up.
Hi, this is Sierra. I'm from Arlington, Texas. I just want to call to wake up the morning show. Wake up, wake up, wake up, everybody.
Hey.
Wish me good luck. I'm going to Howard for 4 years. Hey, you know.
Kansas City, wake up. Wake up. Columbus, wake up. Wake up.
Come on.
Wake up.
Turn it up.
Wake up.
Hey.
Hey.
Beach, wake up. Let's go. Greenville, wake up. Wake up. Jacksonville, wake up. Wake up, wake up, wake up.
Hey, appreciate it, Brad.
You welcome, Ricky.
Miss Bernice Jenkins has popped into the studio. Y'all give it up for the queen herself, Miss Bernice Jenkins.
Good morning. Good morning.
Good morning.
Janie, how you feeling this morning?
Oh, I feel fine.
Here's our church announcement this morning. Govern yourself.
Accordingly.
Govern yourself.
Accordingly.
Now, on the sick and shut-in list is pastor's auntie, Miss Roberta Jinks. You know her, Janie. She's 91.
Yeah.
And was about to fry up some fish yesterday. And you know her mind going bad.
Yeah.
And she had stuck 5 pieces of raw tilapia in a bathrobe pocket and walked outside to cut off her spring. And about 8 stray cats ran up and went crazy and jumped on her. And she's recovering this morning from multiple scratches on her arms, legs, and 2 bites on her butt cheeks.
Oh, Lord.
Now, we need to pray hard for Deacon Chuck Liggins' son. You know Chuck Liggins, don't you?
Yeah.
Well, his son, Rashard, was trying hard to get cast on the TV show My 600-Pound Life.
Oh.
And he almost made it last season, but he only weighed 540 pounds, Janie.
No short.
And they passed him over. So he really been going hard at the table the past couple of months, and he's eating nothing but Philly steaks, macaroni and cheese, sweet potato pies, boxes of Captain Crunch, boxes of Captain D's, fried chicken, spaghetti and meatballs, sweet tea, a lot of them zebra cakes. And he said he's pushing 670 right now. And he got a good shot to get on there next month if he don't fall out dead first. But we got to get him to Houston. And we got a funeral on next Monday. 87-year-old mother Marvella Wilson Brown. You know her.
Yeah.
Who said that they's kin to the famous singer Charlie Wilson. Now, her nephew, first cousin's brother Larry, has a stepsister Sharon, who got an auntie Marilyn that's married to Charlie Wilson's second cousin Antonio.
Okay.
Antonio got a half brother named Marcus, and their Uncle Mike has a younger sister Charlene. Whose god brother is Charlie Wilson's half nephew Robert. Now, after all of that, they ain't even put on here what killed her. But she's definitely dead, and the funeral's at 11 o'clock, and the family mad because they couldn't get no money from Charlie Wilson to pay for it.
Hey, girl.
Guess not.
All right, Janie, that concludes our church announcement, Janie. I'll call you later on. All right. Hey, Black Tony, where you at?
I'm sorry, sir. I probably shouldn't even call this morning, sir.
What?
I'm dealing with something real tragic right now.
What happened?
Something real tragic right now, sir. We had a funeral home, sir.
I'm here with my grandma.
You at the funeral home?
Yeah, I came over here
this early
to try to support my grandma.
This early?
Yeah, cause we got to pick out a casket.
For who?
My step granddad. He wasn't my real granddad. He was my step granddad. He was really like my grandma's boyfriend. But that ain't.
What happened to your grandma's boyfriend?
Sorry, I'm so heartbroken right now, sorry.
And they don't play music like that at the funeral home.
I had posted on my Instagram. Shouted just now because I wanted to show him love and show him a tribute. Because he was like a granddaddy to me for real. Shouted.
How old was he?
My grandma couldn't stand him. He was about 80 something. Even though my grandma couldn't stand him, but she loved him though. You know what I'm saying? Shouted.
Right.
And he got killed at her house yesterday. Shouted.
How?
They were riding by, man. They thought he was throwing up gang signs on the porch.
They was riding by and thought he was throwing up gang signs.
What do you have, arthritis?
He had real bad arthritis. He was just trying to wave up.
He had that arthritis. He had that arthritis.
I ain't gonna make it to work today.
Yeah, we understand that one, dog.
He was throwing up gang signs, right?
Yeah. I understand that one.
He was throwing up gang signs. He was sitting on the porch. He was throwing up. You were trying to wave at him.
You can't wave when you got that offer.
A place where people go to get their toes and fingernails done is catching a lot of unwanted attention. The pressure comes after a woman claimed she was refused service because of her weight.
I went in and he just kept saying big, big, and just doing his hands for chair. And I'm like, huh?
Quenisha never thought she would be embarrassed because of her size. She was humiliated last Friday when she went to get a pedicure.
I had the polish in my hand and he was like, put polish down and go elsewhere.
The workers inside say they have a weight limit policy. It's posted on the wall and reads, "We will not service those that weigh over 250 pounds due to the weight capacity of our pedicure chairs." Workers inside told me they created the weight limit policy after they had to fix a pedicure chair at least 3 times. They say the repairs have cost them anywhere from $500 to $1,000. They're trying to find a pedicure chair that will accommodate more weight differences. They say it's been hard trying to find one.
Gary.
Gary. Coming up next, y'all,
Gary.
the Deans. Yes.
You got to say.
That's a sin.
She probably had some good polish too. Real pretty polish. Oh, she probably had that ombre. She probably had a whole ombre thing. She was ready. Get them stiletto nails.
Yeah.
On her toes.
Brett, what the lady say to her, Brett? What'd you say, Brett?
I sorry you too big for a chair here. I sorry I kept me looking for you. I sorry.
What
so
ain't
you
that
break chair, you break, you buy.
All she wanted to do was get them toes done, man. That's all
do like Eddie Murphy, go to Earl Shy. Get your toes painted at Earl Shy.
Hold it. He's half man, half woman. It's Gary. I wanna hip you to the T. It's Gary, baby.
All right, y'all, Rickey Smiley Morning Show, 6 minutes after the hour. Gary has the tea and the color of the day. What up, Gary?
Good morning, Ricky. Good morning to you. It's Wednesday in the neighborhood, and here's what's happening in celebrity news, y'all. Kasing Ding, y'all, a.k.a. Swizz Beat, and his beautiful wife, Miss Alicia Keys Ding, being reported, y'all, that they just recently sold, y'all, their incredible Camelback Mountain home in Phoenix, Arizona. Y'all, they only sold it for $3.1 million. And people are wondering, is there trouble in paradise? Because they're selling homes now. And, you know, when people start selling their houses, that's kind of like the part when we start breaking up and what have you. But hopefully that's not happening with them. But they're saying, y'all, that the 7,050 square foot gated home sits, honey, at the very end of a cul-de-sac and boasts views of Echo Canyon, Peterweed Peak, Mummy Mountain, and City Lights. Now, they're saying like all of the suites be in Alicia Keys' home. This one, y'all, honey, and their famous home they have in La Jolla, California. They said this crib is ultra modern, y'all, with striking and dramatic all throughout the house. Now, they said it only has 4 bedrooms and 6 bathrooms. And each room y'all has its own distinct view of the Arizona landscape. They're saying there's also an 800-bottle wine room, a wet bar, and a home theater, a game room, and a 6-car garage with an elevator to the main living area with the Infinity Edge pool and spa. That sounds like they might be breaking up. Because when you start selling your good big old house like that and stuff, I mean...
They got another one, though.
Yeah, but they may sell that one too, though, Brecker. You know, you sell one first, the one that's the smallest.
Well, why can't they just be selling it because they getting another one? They upgrading.
I don't know. Is Swizz
that don't mean it's trouble. Yes, he working all the time. He get paid just sitting at the crib. He get paid from all the production he's done, all the royalty checks, DMX, Rough Riders. Swizz Beatz is the producer. He's produced for the biggest and best artists. And he also owns Versus.
Well, but Alicia Keys play the piano and make more money than him, so hopefully that...
No, she don't. Don't be too sure about that. No, she don't.
No, she don't.
She get royalty checks from writing. She makes good money, but he makes more.
I'm telling you.
You make that while you sleep money.
Yes.
Right.
I don't know.
Ain't no trouble in paradise, Gary. They good.
Well, we hope not, because I know Alicia loved him, honey, because she went through a lot to get him. So I hope that they stay together and whatever. So, congratulations to them. Well,
man, that's so messy.
Together, though.
You said all right. That just where you can throw that shot at Alicia Keys.
I hate that.
Man, gone.
But anyway, moving on, honey. In other celebrity news, y'all, now this is a very touching story, y'all. Now, Brad, you would agree with this, y'all. Now, Safari Mama, honey, now she spoke out. She was on Love and Hip Hop the other night. And she said she did not raise him that way, to be the way that he is with his wife, by talking to that woman the way he did, you know, disappointing the mama, saying all kind of crazy stuff, sending out petty tweets, honey, and stuff to his beautiful wife. She said, quote, "You create problems when you do that, honey," she told him. She said, "You get upset and you start tweeting." She said, "I don't like that." She said, "And you know you wasn't raised like that. You know when it comes down to women, the utmost respect, honey." And his mom continued to telling him, you know, different things about how he embarrassed her by talking to poor Erica like that and stuff. And I think more mamas need to tell their sons, you know, call them out when they do crazy things like that. Just think, if the baby mama was at that concert that night when he did those crazy rants and stuff, he probably wouldn't be losing all his jobs right now, because his mama would be in there to tell him, don't say that, you know. But I don't know. It's just a sad thing. So
he's hurting. He's hurting. He still loves her. No one acts that crazy and says those things and does petty stuff like that if they're not hurting. You know what they say? Hurt people, love people, love people. And I just think that he's hurting.
I hate that it's the whole social media, when you have to express your feelings on social media first, or instead of just talking to the person, you know.
But I thought Lil Scrappy and Erica Ben broke up.
Little Scrappy.
No, that's a different Erica.
No, not that Erica.
Yeah, that's Erica Dixon.
That's Ricky.
But they both spell their name the same way, so you.
Oh Lord.
Man.
It's all right, Ricky. It's all right.
We gonna caught up with your Erica, honey. Yeah. But anyway, so it's sad. So let's just pray for him. And I know you say he loved her though, Maria, but that's not a good way of love, honey. You need to just.
Oh no, I'm not excusing that. I just think that, you know, people. You know, they say every obnoxious act is a cry for help, you know, and I just think that he just got something going on inside, and, you know, he does need to figure out how to express it differently.
Yeah,
but I've seen that kind of behavior.
Yeah, go to altar call when they say come up there, just go up there. Yeah. All you have to do is just go up there. Somebody, I promise you, somebody gonna put their arms around you.
Is there one?
Is there one?
Is there one? All right, the Kahlua today. It's my Kahlua today. My Kahlua today, y'all, is Bang Bang Shrimp. On the high end, on the low end, honey, beautiful, honey, bourbon, orange.
Shrimp. What'd you call it? Shrimp what?
Bang Bang Shrimp.
Bang Bang Shrimp.
All right, y'all give it up for Gary with the team.
One time.
Did you see that post?
People are talking.
Here's what's trending on the Rickey Smiley Morning Show.
All right, y'all, Rickey Smiley Morning Show, 23 after the hour, y'all. The segment's being brought to you by Bank of America. Customized cash rewards credit card. You can earn 3% cash back on online shopping, making the essentials even more rewarding. Copyright 2021, Bank of America Corporation. All right, y'all, some schools around the country returned to in-person learning this week. and others have a few more weeks to go. Now, either way, after months of digital learning, kids and their parents have lots of questions and concerns. So joining us this morning is Nurse Alice Benjamin, also known as America's Favorite Nurse. Now, she's based in L.A. Thank you for getting up so early this morning, and has more than 23 years of experience as a nationally board-certified clinical nurse specialist and a family nurse practitioner. Good morning, Nurse Alice, and thank you for joining us this morning. Left that West Coast this really early for you. Good morning.
Good morning. Anything for you guys and anything for the parents. I want everybody to be safe, so they got to get all this good stuff here.
Absolutely. Now, recently, the American Association of Pediatricians gave their recommendations for students and all faculty for COVID-19 protocols. Can you break down these recommendations for our listeners?
Yes, so I'm going to make it very plain. So if your child's eligible to get a vaccine, they should be vaccinated. Your child and anyone on campus should wear their mask. Indoors, definitely. Outdoors, possibly. Also, physical distancing. The students need to be distanced at least 3 feet apart. We need to make sure that they're getting screened and tested appropriately. We also want to make sure that there's adequate ventilation in the schools, there's hand washing. And if you're home, if you're feeling sick or symptomatic or think you've been exposed, it's going to be important for these children and faculty to stay home. So that is the gist of their recommendations. Now, it gets a little detailed, but for the most part, those are the most important things that they're sending their kids to school.
Oh, wow.
Now, Alice, as a family nurse practitioner working on the front lines every day, treating patients, administering the COVID-19 test, what percentage of school-age students are you seeing coming in? Because I know that's a concern of many parents.
It is. So previously when this first started, we were seeing kids like maybe 10%, 9-10%. Now we are seeing up to 19 to 20% of kids test positive. And just yesterday alone, out of 90 people that came through my clinic, 17% of them tested positive, and a majority of those were kids under the age of 17, all getting ready to go back to school and testing positive. And they were coming in like it's clusters, siblings. And, many of the parents were like, well, what do I do? And I'm like, you know what, we need to contact the school because this is a situation where your child should probably stay home should stay home and distance learn. And then, once they're no longer infectious, come back to school. I mean, parents are really concerned about what to do.
We're speaking with family nurse practitioner Alice Benjamin. Now, as a parent of a 12-year-old getting ready to go back to school, and I'm a little nervous, because he did virtual learning last year. And of course, he's going back this year. What do you suggest? I mean, as a parent, do you think we should keep him home or just go ahead and just mask up, vaccination, going back to school with the rest of the kids?
Well, so my youngest is 14, so I'm in the same situation. Now, my son is vaccinated. Now, it's going to be the schools and the parents need to implement a multi-layer approach. It's not vaccine or mask or do this or that. We need to do all of these things. But it is important that we get the kids back in school, but we got to do it safely because that's the best place for them to learn. I don't know about you, but I struggled last year trying to help my son with his math homework and science homework. And, even being in the school, socially, they need to develop, relationships. Many of them are getting a lot of the structure and the lessons that they need. So it's important for kids to be in school. But the only way we're going to do that is if everybody does their part, because we're on the honor system right now. And I need parents, students, and teachers to all be honorable, making sure that we're holding everyone accountable. Are the students, so distance enough? Are they wearing their masks? Does anybody look sick? Because the minute we see something and flag it, we have to go ahead and, sit them to the side, send them home to keep the majority of the kids safe. Because kids actually want to go back to school. Most of them do. I mean, they're concerned about their safety, which they should be, absolutely. But we got to figure out a way to safely get them back into schools. And that might look a little different for the different school districts across the nation, depending on what your transmission rate is in your particular county. Some of y'all are really, really high. So you may need to do more of a, sit your butt at home and go to school. Where others, if you're lower, low transmission rates and you have the ability to have lesser students in class, you have good ventilation in your school, you got good hand washing, stations spread out, and, those type of situations, let's get the kids back in school. But let's do so safely. And let's be honest, because I had a parent who had 4 kids that tested positive, and I was explaining to her they need to stay home. She's like, well, they ain't going to school. I was just like, wow.
Oh, wow. Well, I have a question, Nurse Alice. What are some things that you can do to kind of convince the kids that don't want to go back to school to get them back into the routine, like activities or, any suggestions? Because some of these kids are like, they don't want to go back. They like being at home, but like, is it a way to trick them or something really special that you can do or suggest?
Well, I'm a black mama, so I don't know all the convincing that other people need to do, but I'm just saying, because my son did this. He tried it. Got to roll out of bed 10 minutes before class, pajamas, just pull the do-rag off before class. I said, no, sir. I said, we are setting you up to be a successful adult. And that requires for you to get up early, eat breakfast, shower, do all the things you would normally do. Because you would normally be up an hour before school starts, an hour and a half, getting ready, be in the car and traffic, going to school. So I'm going to need you to get up and do the same things, because otherwise this generation is going to get really lazy with all this virtual stuff. Now, I get it. I love technology too. But listen, that's what we're not going to do. Not today. And so I just want to encourage the parents. You can't just reward, like, little Jimmy, if you don't do this and I'll give you this. No, sir. That's not what we're doing. The parents need to take authority and tell their kids, like, this is what you finna do today because I'm not going through it. Thank you. That's what we need to do. That's how I'm going to tell my kids to do and everybody else's kids. And I'll tell these parents when they come through the clinic, listen, I don't know who you thought you was talking to, but I'm America's favorite nurse. I'm going to tell you the right way because I love you. But if we enable these behaviors now, what do you think's going to happen? These kids is in first grade, second grade. What's going to happen when they get older, high school, college, and trying to look for a job? You're not going to be able to roll out the bed 10 minutes before and, just do whatever. So we need to instill these important behaviors, teach our kids about safety, hand washing, and let them know what the signs are of COVID so they can tell on their classmates. This is time where you can run and tell that. It's okay. Snitches don't get stitches in this situation. This is to keep everybody safe. Right.
Now, Nurse Alice, any advice for dealing with kids and the grief they may have experienced due to the pandemic?
Yeah, we sometimes dismiss some of the grief that they're experiencing. So we're like, oh, it's just, it's a football game. It's just it's the prom. You'll be okay. You'll have other events. And it's really important that we talk to our kids, acknowledge the things that they are grieving over and missing. Because, we have these experiences growing up. And so now, some of these are one-time moments, right? You don't get to graduate from high school, every year. So like my son missed his graduation. That was really heartbreaking for him. He didn't really have a true prom, those type of things. So, talk to our kids. They're going through a lot. I mean, we think that they have it easy because we didn't have this when I was little. You didn't have this. We didn't have this. We had to walk 10 miles in the snow and all these. We tell these stories, but we have to understand that in this generation, these kids are still going to experience losses. We have to identify them and not, dismiss them. So they know that their feelings are important and that they'll continue to communicate, because we don't want this generation of kids to then develop as adults and then have all of these emotional mood issues and problems because we didn't take the time to talk to them and minimize their feelings. Kids have feelings too.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I just got this in. The L.A. Lakers just signed 2 more players. Clyde Drexler and Dominique Wilkins will be joining the Lakers. Hey, Nurse Alice, thank you so much for the information and getting up so early to talk to us this morning. For everybody that wants, Nurse Alice, I'm crazy. I'm sorry, Nurse Alice. Don't not come back.
It's okay.
Don't not come back on the show no more because of my ADHD or whatever. I didn't take my Adderall this morning. But those more information or to follow you on social media, where can they find you?
Yes, I'm on all social media platforms at Ask Nurse Alice. That's Ask Nurse Alice. And I have a website, AskNurseAlice.com. Ask me anything. I'm happy to point you in the right direction and give you everything you need to know so I don't have to see you in my ER or my ICU.
Right. We are so, make sure you come back on the show. We are so happy to have you. Thank you so much for all of this needed information, because real talk, Nurse Alice, parents are really, really concerned, confused, and they don't know what to do with these variants and vaccination versus no vaccination. It's a lot going on. So thank you for keeping us informed. We hope to have you back soon.
All right. Thanks, y'all. You have a good one.
Thank you. Have a good day. Y'all give it up and show your love for Nurse Alice.
One time.
Yeah. Congratulations to Clyde Drexler and Dominique Wilkins. We'll be joining the Lakers, so we'll have more coming up all morning, y'all. 27 before the top of the hour. More Rickey Smiley Morning Show coming up. Oh, man. Hey, Hey, Special K.
Yeah, boys.
Hey, who backyard we in?
Man, woo, you in your uncle backyard, boy. You in your.
And what's the occasion?
Backyard. Woo, it's either Memorial Day, Labor Day, somebody birthday, somebody graduated, somebody just got married. I mean, we did a show with him. You don't remember that?
Yeah. What city we was in?
It was maybe Monroe, Louisiana, or
right.
It was somewhere in the South. But
right.
that theater was rocking.
I swear.
Oh my God, that's my favorite shuffle song right there.
Man, that's a backyard song brought to you by Off Spray, by Deep Woods. What kind of backyard stuff, Rock T?
Yeah, that's that. that Offspring gotta have deep. It's gotta be like 40% deep. And deep, get rid of them doggone mosquitoes quick.
Right, T. What kind of flowers that? Like when we talking about backyard, that is the backyard song right there. When everybody do the Cupid shuffle, right, T. What kind of flowers you got in your backyard, man?
You got your lilies, man. You got your roses over in the corner. And you got your tulips and your orchids, you know what I'm saying? Your begonias.
Marigolds, pansies.
Yes, sir.
You got your hibiscus. Don't leave out hibiscus.
And if you're really coming up, you got them big old elephant ears in them bad boys as well.
Right. Maria, what kind of clothes? What's the what are you wearing to the backyard?
I'm wearing a sundress, but I'm definitely putting the off on. So I'm wearing the nice flowy sundress because the mosquitoes get all up. Yeah. But I'm having a good time.
Brett, who all you inviting to the backyard? Who all there, Brett?
Man, I'm inviting. You mean celebrity wise or family wise?
No, this is regular folks. Backyard.
I'm inviting Uncle Junebug. I'm inviting Kiki and Ray and Shaniqua and Fatima. All my cousins, Jatan, everybody,
Jatan.
Brett, you want to shout out? Gary, you want to shout out your frat sisters who all gonna be there?
None of those girls coming because they tried to outdo the dance at the last party, honey. Man, be trying to do it, honey. She have a little shorts on, be trying to twirl. Girl, this is not about that, Miss Kevin, girl, honey. It's a party, and you just govern yourself accordingly. So none of the queens are coming, honey.
So they out there. The Cupid shuffle playing your frat sisters out there doing the death drop.
Doing the death. Exactly. You know how they try to jump out in the front of the crowd, baby, and just drop because they can, girl. No, we're not having that.
There's no part of that dance that require you to kick your leg up in the air, Gary.
Even though you know when you do the dance and you kind of turn, that's what the girls want to do, kick their legs up, girl. No, it's not about that, Miss Kelly. You staying at home from this party, honey. No.
All right, y'all. All right, Rickey Smiley Morning Show, man. This line dance week, man. I got your front page coming up next. 11 minutes after the hour, Rickey Smiley Morning Show.
News headlines,
entertainment, sports. It's the front page on the Rickey Smiley Morning Show.
All right, y'all, Rickey Smiley Morning Show, 28 minutes after the hour, y'all. The segment's being brought to you by America's Best. That's right, don't overpay for eyewear and visit America's Best and get 2 pairs and a free exam for just $69.95. It's not just a better deal, it's America's Best. Let me start off by saying happy 60th birthday to President Barack Obama. 60 years old today. Real quick, man, I had an opportunity to spend a birthday with him on one of his birthdays at the White House in the Roosevelt Room. Special K and I went there. Only I went in. We'll talk about that tomorrow.
I was about to say, K got in?
Why Special K didn't get in. And they checked his record at the gate.
Happy time in my life.
It was on Barack Obama's birthday where I saw my friend walk off from the White House trying to get back across the street to go back to his hotel because he was denied entering the White House premises. Maria, good morning.
Good morning. And yes, happy birthday to our forever president, Barack Obama. Yours is coming up next week too, Ricky. So happy early birthday to you. Here's what's happening in news. As the COVID-19 virus surges, Germany, Britain, Israel, and other countries are already offering booster vaccines. But in the U.S., local governments are being forced to respond to the rise in cases. Officials in New York City made a move to require proof of vaccination for indoor dining, gyms, and entertainment venues. Meanwhile, the American Academy of Pediatrics reported that cases in children and teens across the U.S. jumped 84% last week. has stepped in to issue a moratorium on evictions just days after the previous one expired. The new moratorium will last until October 3rd and specifically blocks evictions in counties with substantial and high levels of COVID-19 transmission, which at this point covers 90% of the U.S. population. So this is very good news for those who need it. In other news, New York Governor Andrew Cuomo is defending himself in a video statement after the results of a probe found that he sexually harassed 11 women. President Biden, along with other Democratic allies, are calling for him to resign. In sad news, Washington, D.C.'s Metropolitan Police Department said that 2 more of its police officers who responded to the January 6th attack on the U.S. Capitol have died by suicide. Our prayers are definitely with their families. Remember that Missouri couple that pointed guns at Black Lives Matter protesters last summer? The McCloskeys? Yeah, they pled guilty and have been unapologetic for their action, pardoned by the governor of Missouri yesterday. So a lot of folks are feeling some type of way about that. And again, as Ricky mentioned, happy birthday to our former president, Barack Obama, who is 60 years old today. I'm Maria Moore at Maria Moore on IG.
His birthday with him at the White House. When I went in and just kind of looked through that fence, I felt bad looking through that that fence with those security guards, watching a friend of mine walk across the street.
Did you really feel bad, Ricky? Did you really?
I felt terrible.
Yeah, but you did get to go inside. So talk more about that. Like, what happened when you were there? Like,
well, before I went inside, but after you got across the street and I saw you headed back up.
No. But what happened inside when you got to talk?
No,
with
it was really nice.
It
was nice, man, and we were there. Talking to the president. Reverend Al was there, and they all told me to tell you hello. Reverend Al told me to tell you what's up. What's his name? They had a little.
What did y'all have on the menu? Did they have good food there? Was it good?
No, but I got you some M&Ms. I got you some the presidential M&Ms. I got you some napkins and some souvenirs. So when you got back to Atlanta.
But that's what the people really want to focus on is what happened inside the White House.
But the question was, Ricky, did they let him trade back in his presidential suit that he couldn't wear to the White House?
No, he wore it on stage the following weekend when we did a show at the Kansas City Improv.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Yeah. Let's take a look at sports. Rock T.
Let's get y'all brought up to speed with the Tokyo Olympics, man. Sydney McLaughlin breaks her own world record to win the gold in the 400-meter hurdles, man. Dalilah Muhammad also breaks the world record, but she finished second. She takes home the silver. Kenneth Bednarek, he wins the silver. Noah Lyles takes the bronze in the 200 meters.
Wow.
Basketball squad beat Australia. They advanced to the semifinal round. Living legend Allison Felix advances to the 400-meter finals, man. Going for gold one more time at the age of 34, man. NBA star Carmelo Anthony is leaving Portland. He's going to be joining his buddy LeBron James in the Los Angeles Lakers. So now they got Russell Westbrook over there. They got Dwight Howard back over there. Of course, Anthony
Clyde
Davis
Drexler.
is still over there. You got Clyde
And
Drexler.
Dominique Wilkins.
Yeah, who else joining? Everybody coming to the Lakers, man. Oh, man. Shout out to Kyrie Irving, man. He apologizes for bashing his own sneakers. Like last week, the Kyrie 8s came out, and he came out. He was mad at Nike because he didn't get a chance to put any kind of input in designing these new shoes. So he bashed him. He said, man, I don't like them shoes, and I don't think anybody should buy them. His own shoe. So he apologized.
But I ain't mad at him if he didn't get a chance to give input on it because that's his brand.
That's his brand. Yeah, but he apologized to Nike for doing that. But that's, she must be jacked up if you bashing your own doggone shoe. But that's all I got.
Imagine sitting in a room.
Drop it like it's hot. Drop it like it's hot.
So hot and that's hot. You can catch me at the hot spot. It's the BR18.
Hey, real quick, I really think it's disrespectful that Kyrie Irving didn't, get to have any input on his shoe. Right. You know what I'm saying? Because he would have got on the plane and flew all the way out there just so he can have input on his shoe, I'm sure.
Absolutely.
So just imagine getting on a plane, flying somewhere, and you don't get to participate.
Go ahead, Brett.
Speaking of participation, Brad, what's happening?
I'm trying to see, do we have a sponsor here for Ricky? Is there a sponsor here, sir? So stupid.
Yeah, the sponsor is I ain't get to go in the damn White House. Sponsored by background checks.
Yeah. Well, real quick, y'all, let me just get a couple of these stories in.
Do you have a sponsor? I don't think you do, Brad. Okay, you good.
You do? Okay. As the Delta variant surges, y'all, Will Smith, the Emancipation film, is on hiatus due to COVID-19 because various crew members tested positive for the virus, causing production to pause on Monday, and filming is expected to resume after 5 days. Also, Angela Bassett is getting a raise. The star and producer of Fox's hit 911 will reportedly be making $450,000 per episode for season 4. According to reports, this will make her one of the highest paid actors on network television and the highest paid actress of color on a broadcast drama series. Congratulations to her.
Go on, Angela Bassett.
Yes, honey. Also, Cardi B's Bodak Yellow has reached past 1 billion views on YouTube. This is Cardi's third video to reach 1 billion views on YouTube. Her collaboration with Maroon 5, Girls Like You, and her 2019 collaboration, I Like It, with Bad Bunny and J Balvin, 1 billion views. So congratulations to her. All right, y'all, we're going to wrap up the hot spot right there. But coming up next, what we doing next? We got the praise mixed down, okay? The time now is 25 minutes before the top of the hour. It's the Rickey Smiley Morning Show.